Brendan Parker, back again with another tutorial. This time I'm going to start doing some tutorials in After Effects. So in this first tutorial on After Effects, I'm going to show you how to get started on how to use After Effects a little bit. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to open up After Effects. I'm going to show you a little bit what you can do. I'm going to start showing you how to do some intros in here, because I'm going to start doing like stuff with Cinema 4D and show you how to do them a little bit. Mix them up with After Effects. Like you start something in Cinema 4D and then you want to make it look different and you want to do something with it in After Effects. So I'm going to show you how to get started with After Effects. Creating an intro if you want to create something really cool in here. So you can do something really cool that also too that doesn't have to pertain to 3D. You could do something with After Effects with that. And After Effects is a really neat program. A lot of people like to use this. Like there's Freddy Duel. He likes to use After Effects a lot in his videos because he likes to like do effects where he's shooting guns and stuff, where he's killing people. He likes to do stuff like that. He likes to be funny in that kind of way, doing cool, really cool effects and stuff. And I really like that. His videos are really cool and everything. And so what I'm going to show you is right now the layout right now is showing right here. So first let's see, let's go to File, and we're going to go to File first, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to New. We're going to start a new project. Okay, when you start a new project, this comes up right here. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to Composition next. And what you want to do in Composition is you want to go to New Composition to get started. And the settings that you would want to have if you want to have really good HD is you want to, since I have a Mac and settings are a little different than the one in Windows, so you'd probably go pertaining to what you have on Mac or Windows. So I have a Mac, so I would go to HDTV 720 29 by 97, and then I would do the width of 1280 720 HD size, basic HD size, pretty good for YouTube. That's what I have. All that you see here, and depending on what you have, Windows or a Mac, just go based on that. Okay. And then right now next, right now what we're going to do is we're going to go to, we're going to go to the text tool to get started doing an intro. And or actually what you'd want to do is, because I have a texture like in my intro that I have for my that I have in this video that I created, and I modified it a little bit that I created for this video. The intro I modified a little bit in Final Cut. So we're gonna go to File and we're gonna go to Import. Okay, we're gonna import, like I have a texture that I put for my intro, so that I created for my new intro that I just created. So we're gonna go to, let's go to import file. No, not important files. We're going to go to right here. We're going to go to pictures. Okay, we're going to go to pictures. We're going to go to other pictures. Okay, let's go to random, where's pictures, and we're going to go to right here where it says textures. Alright, give it a second because it takes a few seconds to load up my hard drive that has all this stuff on here. Okay, and I'm going to go to free concrete folder textures that I found online on this one website. And I can't remember the website, but I'll search in Google, and when I find that website, I'll put a link to it so you can get those textures that I have. Okay, so free concrete textures that I found right here, and right here, and this is the texture that I use for my intro. This one right here, it's yellowish oranges, and I changed it up a little bit on the colors and everything. But I'm going to show you with the different one. Like, let's see which one looks cool. It's different. Try this one. Okay. This one looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool right there. That texture is pretty nice. And when I find that website, like I said, I'll get a link in the description so that you can get to that website. They have a lot of free textures, a lot of free stuff for Photoshop on Photoshop brushes and everything. It's a pretty neat site. And I forgot the site and everything because I go to like a bunch of different sites and can't really remember where I got which one because I get websites mixed up. So right now, next what we're going to do is after you have grabbed your texture that you want to use. We're already selected the text tool, so what we're going to do is, well, what we want to do first before we start typing our text is we're going to drag this down to how many seconds we want this to happen. And I'd usually do 10 seconds because it's pretty good for what I want to do for an intro. 10 seconds is pretty good. Any longer might be a bit boring, depending on kind of animations you do. So what I'm going to do is just put it to right there. 10 seconds is pretty good. And then next what we're going to do is start typing our text. Okay, you might not see it a little bit because the texture, oh no, I'm going to type in my username actually. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is resize that. Go to this right here, the arrow bar, select that. Okay, right there. Okay, resize this. Might gotta be careful a little bit how you resize it because it might stretch it out. So a little sensitive a little bit. Okay, right there. I'm gonna add some color to this, and we're gonna try to blend this in. I try to do what I do in Photoshop. I try to do it in After Effects with my intros. Try to blend them in pretty nice. And what makes this program pretty easy for me is the fact that I try to, because there's a lot of things that I know about Photoshop that is similar in After Effects, and that's what pretty much all the Adobe programs are. They're all pretty much similar, and they do a little bit different than each other. So that's how come it's really easy. If you know pretty good well with Photoshop, you can know pretty good a little bit and get used to After Effects a little bit. But what makes After Effects a little hard is there's a lot of different settings in here and stuff. So that's why I'm trying to show you in this tutorial. So I got it resized to the size that I wanted. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select a glow effect. I like to make my text glow with a little color on the outside because I like to leave it a little white, kind of like what you see in my intro that I just created. So let's see, let's go to search for need glow. Okay, this glow edges. Let's try this, see how that looks. That looks pretty cool. Now you're going to play around with the colors a little bit. We're going to play around with changing the color to, let's see, what we blend in. Maybe this color, make it a bit darker. Right there, maybe a bit darker or brighter. To right about there. That looks pretty good. And the text that I'm using, which is what I like to use a lot for at least this channel anyway, I like to use 28 days later. And you can find that text on thefont.com. You type in 28 days later and you can get that font if you want the exact font. And also I have a Mac, so I just got an update with the Apple fonts that they just came out with. It's pretty cool. They came out with pretty cool fonts, but the fonts that I find on thefont.com is pretty neat. And I'll put a link in for that so you can find really cool fonts for a lot of people who don't know where to get fonts. But you should know where to get fonts because it's pretty easy. You just find them in Google. But I'll put a link in the description to make it easy. So there's the color there that we want for this. Blends in pretty nice. Probably bring it down a little bit. Right there, that's pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to stretch it out some because it's a little off-centered. It's kind of, you got to kind of pinpoint this a little bit. It doesn't have like a spotter right there. I just play around to however you like it. Right there, a little bit. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is you can pick whatever effects in your effects and presets. You could, if you know, like if you're looking for something and you don't know exactly where they all are, like I don't, because like some of the ones that I have, some of them are like the FX Factory Pro, which is only for Mac users. So some of the effects that I have in Final Cut, they work as well for After Effects. So like the FX Factory Pro ones. So let's see what kind of effects we want to do. We're going to do an animation present to this, but we're going to do it to the texture first. And we're going to resize this, and text would usually be red, I guess, the red bar right there. It's about 10 seconds long to right there. Try to go right there to right about there. And you can kind of change it up a little bit when you go to render out the animation and everything. You could change this, how long you want it to happen. But to right there, I just change it to like 10 seconds. So let's go to animation presence, okay? And some animation presence that I have are video copilot ones. And I'll put a link in the description for video copilot effects, so you can try them out a little bit. There's trial versions of them, and you can check them out a little bit and see how they work. Like, let's see, what animation presence do I want to use for here. Let's go to, let's see, we're playing around with this. That's for keying, image, utilities, text. Let's see what we want to do for text animations. We want to, and like I said, if you don't, well, if you, like I said, I use like Final Cut for my intro to enhance it a little bit. So you can do like a little bit in here to get started, and then you can like say if you want to do something a little bit like something else in your like Sony Vegas or Final Cut, whichever one you have. If you have Mac or Windows, you could do it up in there a little bit to enhance it. So we're gonna see how this looks. Spin flash. Let's see. See how that looks. That looked okay a little bit. If you wanted to do that, or you can have it do like something else. Edit, undo, and let's see. You just play around with all the animation presets that come with After Effects. It comes with some cool ones a little bit. Or if you can play around with your other editing program, which is either Sony Vegas or Final Cut, whichever type of computer you have. So let's see, play around with that a little bit. You might animate a little bit. You might have to mess around with, let's see, animations. We want to go down to, let's see, right down in here, drop down area. Okay, we want to go to text animator. We want to mess around with that a little bit. You could tweak it. Okay, right here, these are the animations where you want it to happen. So we do done in there, scale it to like 500% right there. You play around with that. And you're adding points right here. So say you want it right here, you want to add another point right here. Make sure you have it checked. See that little, I'll zoom in on it and show you the little, looks like a time clock or whatever you want to, stopwatch or whatever you want to call it. And it's the animator. Then we're going to add another point right here. Let's see, maybe you might want to zoom it out a little bit. Okay. Right there. You might want to maybe play around with that. Let's see, right there, right there. Now let's see how that looks a little bit. And it kind of lags a little bit until like the little green bar, it has to be all green for it to play in normal. Let's see, like right here. See that? You just play around with the animation. Maybe you might want to add something else with it to make it do a little more. Something a little more. You can add like shadow. Maybe see what silhouettes does. Okay, we're gonna see. Okay, see what silhouette does. Okay, you might wanna. Let's see. You might wanna go to your. Let's see. Let's go to. Where is it? Layer. And you might wanna add a. Well, hold on. Before we do that, we're going to see. Oh, right down here, you can have it auto keyframe. Right there, that makes it a lot easier. Click this too. It makes it a lot easier when you're to adding points and stuff. You have an auto keyframe, and you can make like this parent to like this right here. But I would just leave it by itself a little bit, and then you just grab whatever. Let's see rotations. Let's see text rotations. Maybe might want to have it flip or spin. We're gonna try to spin. See how that looks. See that right there? Depending on what you want to do, you just play around with it a little bit. You might want to get rid of, let's see, this, one of the animations, let's see, or you might want to play around, play around with your, okay, let's see, play around with the color if you want for the text, if you don't like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the, let's go to the texture and mess around with the effects on the texture, make it look really cool. We're going to go to, let's see, some of the effects I have are, I'm going to try to get ones that everyone might have. It's kind of hard to know because I got like a bunch of different ones. Let's go to, let's see, image, creative, okay, creative, you might want to see, mess around with the texture, let's see, let's go to special effects on the image, motion, let's try this. Oh, edit, we're going to edit, undo this, because I think it went on to the, make sure, or you can drag it onto your, like this blue one right here is the texture one. Okay, I guess that is the texture right there. It changed it to that. I know you're playing around with it a little bit. So the effects, it changed it up a little bit. It made it like you can see here, this motion action error, I guess. It kind of changed it up a little bit. And that looks pretty cool depending. And you could see it more a little bit still doing its thing. You could change your, mess with the settings down in here. The animator a little bit. You play around with that. That's the animations. And then right here is for all the effects that you have, the effects controls for, like, we're on the texture one now, so these are all the effects controls. Play around with those. You can change the duration if you want the time offset to there, contrast. You could change the alpha channels. You could change it from original a little bit. Oops. Stop doing that. Okay, right there. And we're going to like add maybe you want to add like a, let's see, let's go to shake. We're going to look for it because I'm going to take too long on this tutorial. And there I already am. Let's see, After Shake Pro. Now let's see how that looks. You may or may not like that, depending. But what I did is I had like a tile effect to my texture. But the texture that I was using was a different one, so it looked a lot like pretty cool for that. So edit, undo, apply the effect. Maybe camera shake, because I have CM image processing. That's doesn't come with the After Effects, so I won't use that. That's kind of similar to the Aftershake, which is the video copilot. Like I said, I'll try to put a link in the description so that you could try them out for free, and like in the trial version of them. Stereo. Let's see. Let's play with the stereo. Dashwood. Stereo. No, I don't like that. Actually, no, I don't really like that one. Let's go to see what distorting does. I know distort comes with it. Play around with the settings in the distort. Let's see. Red, you might want to have it hard light. How do you want the blending mode of it? The blending mode of the effect, you play around with that. You can see that similar to Photoshop, you can find that right there. Or if you have like a layer, you can go to blending mode on the layer too. But this is for the effect, the blending mode on it. So we're going to have it like, maybe like overlay or something. See how that looks. Kind of made it a little bit like a, I guess you want to say like a, I don't know, like a buzzy, whatever you want to call it. That you see in like not After Effects, but you see in like Sony Vegas or Final Cut. And that looks pretty cool right there. You don't really have to do much to make a really cool intro. You could have like a little bit right there happening. And then you can just keep playing around with it. You go to, maybe you want to add like a little bit more effects. We're going to add like, maybe change the color. Let's see. Shake this little. Let's see. Let's go to tile. Let's try tile. Motion tile. Let's see. Motion tile and stylize. Now I'm not sure if this comes with After Effects or not, or if it's let's see. But I think it does come with After Effects. One of the ones that comes with it. We're gonna play around with the color a little bit. We're gonna change the color, the texture just a tad. We're gonna like I said, some of the effects that I used were all ones that I downloaded and bought and stuff. So, because like you see on my intro that I created for this video, it has like a multicolor gradient effect on there where it's like flashing different colors. That's an effect that I downloaded. Like cracked tiles, try that. Yeah, cracked tiles. That's what I used in my intro for that you see at the beginning of the video. I used like cracked tiles. Make it look pretty cool a little bit. Like I think the cracked tiles probably would look a lot better if you have like a brick background that looks like a brick a little bit. But you see right here, this looks pretty cool. I would accept that for my intro. It looks really cool, and it's not even 3D, and you don't even have to do anything with like, depending what 3D program you have, Cinema 4D, or if you have like 3D Max, something like that. And just to go over a little bit of what I showed you a little bit, to go back and show you this right here. You move this for however long you want the whole thing to happen, however long you want it to happen. So we want to have it at 10 seconds. We mark it right here at 10 seconds. So right here, this is the time. Right here, this is for like this one right here is the texture one that we have. So you click on that, or you zoom up, and right here, this would be for the text that we put on here. So this is the text one, however long you want it to happen. If you put it past this up here, then that means it's gonna still end at 10 seconds. So if you want to make it longer in seconds, make sure that you resize this right here. Okay, and so we want it at 10 seconds, so we're gonna leave it there. And then every time you want to play your see your clips and animations, it's gonna lag a little bit until it's gone through the whole thing. And once it's all green, then it's good. But when you start changing your stuff around a little bit, but sometimes depending on the effect a little bit, it'll skip a little bit. So just keep pressing play until the whole green bar is all green on whenever you want to see in full motion. So see that we want to see up to right there. So now it'll be in full time up until it needs to get green on the whole thing again. You can see that looks pretty cool, and the more you do it, I don't want to show you the whole thing because it'll take a lot longer on the tutorial than I need. And that's it on the tutorial. I just wanted to get you started, showing you a little bit the layout and everything and stuff, how to get started making an intro, how to do that a little bit. I showed you right down in here, this is all the animation presents, then right here is for all the effects. And just remember that these little time clock little things, they're for the keyframe. And like I said, for the keyframe, you can click this right here and it'll automatically auto keyframe, make it a lot easier to add the points and everything that you want to animate your presence and everything, or your effects. And like, see, let's go to Lightning, and I'll just add Lightning on here, show you a little bit. Lightning. Okay. See, Lightning. I do advanced Lightning. Okay. We're going to add a new layer for this. Show you a little bit of a layer. So we're going to go to here. Layer. We're going to add new layer. We're going to add like let's add a solid layer. Okay. We're going to have it to leave it on black for right now. Okay. Resize this. Okay, all the way to 10 seconds, which is saying exactly 10 seconds. But you could change it a little bit when you go to render. And I'll show you that in a second. Okay, this is solid. So what we want to do, because it's a layer, we're going to change the blending mode of it. We're going to have it to be, let's try it. Let's see what overlaying does. Okay, now we're going to add an advanced lightning to this. So I would just drag it onto the one that you're working with. So the red one on top. Okay. Right there. You might want to play around with the blending mode of it. Let's go to layer, play around with the blending mode. We're going to play around with it to be soft light. Nope. I would say like add. Let's see what the adding it does. You see adding. It's a bit too bright. You could change the color of it. Let's change the color of it. Okay, lightning. Let's see, bouncy. Okay, maybe you want to, where is it? The glow settings. Okay, there's a glow settings. You want to change it to, let's see if you want to change it to be, and again, we might have to play around with the blending mode effect. Let's go to layer, blending mode. Might be a bit too bright. Soft light, try that. Be a bit too light. You just play around with all that and see the hard light. Hard light, yeah, hard light is a lot better on that because it comes in a lot like smoother and like it belongs there, and it blends in pretty nice. Okay, now we're gonna have to animate this. So what we're gonna do is let's go to, we're on this. Okay, we're on this. Okay, effects, advanced lightning. Okay, type lightning. We want it to be bouncy. We're gonna move it. Okay, we turned it on. You any part of it you want it to change it, whatever. Like I said, you click on one of these time clocks and it'll animate it. So we just added a present there. So now it's on and it'll be animating the bounciness that we want it to do. So it'll be animating that. So right here we're animating right here. Right here we're animating this. Okay, it's gonna look like that on this part of it. Okay, we're gonna go all the way to here. It's gonna look like this. Okay, and we're going to where's this point right here? Okay, and I'm gonna put it to be right there. Now we're gonna see how this looks a little bit. Oh, right there it's doing nothing. So we're gonna move it. We're gonna move it right here so that it doesn't look like it's not doing anything there. Okay, now we're going to do it right here. Okay, now we're going to show you. There it goes. Now it's animating. Now I'm not doing it perfectly for this tutorial. I'm just showing you how to use this program a little bit, how to get started, to make an intro that you want to do or whatever. And it doesn't have to be like in Cinema 4D to make a really cool intro. I think this program is really cool too. You could do really cool stuff that without even doing anything 3D. And then in my next tutorial, I'm for like Cinema 4D, or that's what I use for my 3D animation program. I'm going to show you how to do that and mix it with After Effects, how to do something really cool with that. And I'll show you even with that a little bit in Photoshop and stuff like that too. I'll show you how to do like 3D stuff in Photoshop and everything like that. So I'll show you what it looks like a little bit in full time right there. Boom, 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 boom. Might want to move the lightning a little bit, change the way the lightning happens. And then like certain parts it's on strike. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. Okay, and that's it on the tutorial. I hope you got what you were looking for. You wanted to know how to use After Effects. I got you started a little bit. I would like to show you more in After Effects a little bit in my next few tutorials. So that's it. Please check out my other two channels. One of my channels is a fan video channel. That one's called Fantasy Art. I do fan videos to like movies that I like and TV shows that I like to watch and stuff like that. I edit them in Final Cut. So some people might think that I'm editing them in Sony Vegas. I told in my video description of some of the videos that I actually do them in Final Cut, because I have a Mac and that's what I use. And I've done a lot of tutorials on Sony Vegas. I still have that program because I have a virtual version of Windows. So I do tutorials in Sony Vegas on how I do some of the videos that I do in Final Cut. But exactly, it's not really you can't really do exactly the same thing because some of the effects are a little different. But I try to show you as much as I can with whatever Sony Vegas has, how I do my videos in Final Cut, because they're pretty much similar, except the two have a little bit different effects for them a little bit, but they're pretty much similar. So I show you that, and then I'm going to be like trying to do a lot more, like I said, After Effects tutorials, a lot more Cinema 4D tutorials, and then my third channel that I have, which is Spinock. That channel, I do like random videos on that channel, just seeing what videos people want to see there and whatever. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see on my Spinock channel, because I do random videos, like I've done green screen videos there. I've done like parody videos on that channel so far. Mostly I've done like 3 or 4 parodies on that channel, and then I've done like 1 movie review. I'm thinking about doing a lot more movie reviews because I really like movies a lot. That's why I like doing fan videos, because I really love movies and stuff like that. And then I try doing parodies, but I'm not really good at singing or whatever, and I just like to mess around with Logic Pro and FL Studio, because FL Studio is for Windows, and then I even do tutorials for that as well. Logic Pro, which is the Mac, and Final Cut. Logic Pro, which is the Mac one, and FL Studio, which is the Windows one. And I do tutorials in music making as well too, because I'm pretty smart with a lot of programs on Windows and Mac and everything. And that's it. See you later. And also, I'm working on my website. I'm trying to redesign it and everything. I'm going to start selling stuff on my website, intros, stuff like that. I'm going to start selling templates and everything. I'm starting to make stuff for like web making and all that. So check out my website, pixelpocketmedia.com. If you see it messed up a little bit, it's because I'm working on it. So check back later when it's ready and up and everything that I want is up there. And you'll know everything is up there when you see a lot of different stuff that even if you check it out now and it looks like empty a little bit from now, and you go check it out later and you see more, then you know I changed it. So that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you later in my next tutorial. Come on.